Wherever you go, it ends up being the same sort of thing, that you're working sometimes with very simple and basic geometries. And so what I did before I came here is I drew some of the same things you work with, the same squares and rectangles, and I thought we could start with those. Today, make a house as opposed to make a building or make a hospital. But I'll just take these different objects and start arranging them. This is the square, and I'm going to use it as a bedroom. And I'm going to take this rectangle and make it a closet adjacent to the bedroom. And I'm going to make this rectangle, and I'm going to call it a toilet room or a bathroom. So this is a square. That's a rectangle, rectangle, square, rectangle, square, rectangle, and then a big rectangle. I can make those pretty easily, but they're in what's called plan view. You can just see them like they're flat on a piece of paper and very simple. I have the ability with this computer to sort of change them in shape. And that person is there to help you get a size idea of how big things are. And so what I did is I made some other pieces of information. I put walls around those things so you can start seeing how those things go. And again, they're the same basic pieces. If I put windows in it, that's a square, and that's a rectangle again. The closet door is simply a rectangle. And the doors into the rooms are rectangles. So it all ends up being those same pieces I started. All I have right now is squares and rectangles. And I've already done 3 bedrooms and 3 closets and a toilet room or a bathroom. You start putting pieces in, but all those things ultimately were made as simple parts too. All of them were a simple square or rectangle, and those became parts. So and so you get to start seeing it, and it starts looking like a house. Sometimes houses have roofs on them.
Roof, yay! We get to do a roof.
And they get to be sort of, sometimes they start more or less with a square.
I was for in that.
So again, a simple triangle and a simple roof, and then you start seeing a house and what it might look like and what things are in it. So this is a big hospital that we're working on currently. And what happens is the existing front door was over in an area here. But they needed a new building. And so they put it where they could towards the back. And it's going to have a series of patient rooms that look out all these different windows. The building has many floors. Some houses have 1 or 2 stories. This building has, I think, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors in it. This portion is only 1 story. We made a little piece here, which is where the cars drive under. And it's called a canopy. Now, that's just simple triangles again. This beam has is more of a trapezoid shape. But all the windows are still very simple rectangles or squares. So it was just like building that house, except for much bigger. We usually like to put a couple people in there so you can see relative how big things are compared to them.
How do you measure?
When you look at this again, you can see the basic shapes. You have a square here.
Triangle.
You have a rectangle, triangle. This is a triangle. This is a shape that's sort of like a trapezoid, but the back edge is curved as part of a circle. But everything I draw is part of a basic shape. It's either a rectangle, square, circle, or triangle. But almost everything I draw can be defined as one of those parts.
That's pretty interesting. Okay, I'm going to give you some paper. Oh, there's some paper right there on my desk if you want to go get it. See the plain white paper?
I made a roof.
You made a roof? Okay, Haley, which one are you making?
It doesn't have that one.
Okay, take that one, take that back and make it at your desk.
These pencils are not sharp.
Oh, okay, that's the one you're doing? All right.
Factory.
It's a factory. Wow, let me see that factory. Tell me about your factory.
Well, it makes cotton candy.
Really? It makes cotton candy?
Actually, candy. And right, there's gonna be a hole. There's gonna be this is where the front door is gonna be straight.
Daniel, where's your building? Your building doesn't look like anything right now. Could you make it again? Yes. Now make sure your drawing looks like your building, okay? Where's your drawing? I mean, where's your building?
I gotta go with Massey.
You can do it there if you want to. Well, let's see that one, Skylar.